Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Friday, October 17, 2025. And in the news this afternoon, 72-year-old man allegedly seen setting house on fire. A 72-year-old man has been arrested and charged with arson after residents of the Pitford community in St. James reportedly saw him set fire to a house. The man has been identified as Junior Malcolm, a retiree of Hillview Pitford. He was charged following the incident, which happened on Monday, October 13. Reports from the Granville police are that about 12 p.m., residents saw Malcolm setting fire to a house in the community. The Jamaica Fire Brigade was alerted, and the firefighters managed to extinguish the blaze, which damaged the second floor of the building. The fire is estimated to have caused about $10 million in damage. Malcolm was arrested at the scene after being pointed out to the police, and he was later charged on Wednesday, October 15, following an interview in the presence of his lawyer. His court date is being finalized. British man held with cocaine in suitcase at the Kingston airport pleads guilty, fined over $800,000. The 24-year-old British man, who was held with cocaine in his suitcase at the Norman Manley Airport in Kingston in August, has pleaded guilty and has been fined over $800,000. Arson Shaka Haywood, a delivery driver of a London address, was charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, taking steps preparatory to export cocaine, and a conspiracy to export cocaine. In the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, Haywood was fined $800,000 for possession and $14,000 for taking steps preparatory to export cocaine. The charges of dealing in cocaine and a conspiracy to export cocaine were dismissed. Haywood's attorney, Odin Marston, told the court that his client has learned his lesson and is remorseful. He also stated that his client pleaded guilty. He added that Haywood has been in custody for some time and asked the court for him to be fined, noting that he has no connection to Jamaica. The court had heard that at about 11:30 a.m. on Monday, August 4, 2025, Haywood arrived at the Norman Manley International Airport to board an outgoing flight to Toronto, Canada. He was interviewed by the police and his suitcase was subsequently searched, during which several rectangular packages containing a white powdery substance resembling cocaine were found. He was arrested on suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act. The parcels, which weighed 10 pounds, 6.21 ounces, were seized and taken to the government forensic lab for analysis. Tests revealed that the substance was cocaine. He was subsequently charged following a question and answer session. Motorists urged to step up security this Heroes Weekend. Motorists are being urged to take extra precautions on the road this Heroes Weekend, as recent data show sharp increases in motor vehicle collisions and thefts across Jamaica. Long weekends and the major events provide criminals with opportunity, not just because people travel, but because parked cars are left vacant with valuables at events and the security routines change, said Glaves Hussey, head of the General Insurance Portfolio at Grace Kennedy Financial Group. Data from the Insurance Association of Jamaica highlighted the urgency of the warning. More than 1,400 vehicles were stolen in the first 11 months of 2024, with claims for stolen vehicles rising compared to 2022 and 2023. Drivers are advised not to leave valuables in plain sight, always lock doors and windows, use steering wheel locks or tracking devices, and park in well-lit busy areas. Motorists should also record their license plate and any distinguishing marks and keep the information in a safe place. If a vehicle is stolen, notify your insurer and your tracking provider, if you have one, as soon as possible. Early reporting increases the chance of recovery and the speed claims handling, said Glaves Hussey. Road crashes remain a major safety issue. Data from the Road Safety Unit show 303 fatalities from 265 fatal crashes as of October 6, representing increases of roughly 5% in deaths and 7% in fatal crashes compared to the same period last year. Motorcyclists account for 88 deaths or 29% of fatalities so far this year. Too many of these crashes are preventable, said Glaves Hussey. What we are seeing is an increase in claims linked to aggressive driving, mobile phone use, and overtaking errors. Motorists must remember that every second of distraction could cost a life. She also reminded vehicle owners to keep insurance certificates and other vehicle documents in their cars and to review their coverage ahead of the weekend. The unfortunate truth is that these things happen, and if we are not diligent enough, we will not be able to recoup a cost. Ensure that your vehicle is not underinsured so that if anything untoward were to happen, you are protected, she said. Simple security habits and prompt reporting to the police, your tracking company and insurance company can reduce losses and financial exposure, Glaves Hussey added. Police are not ruling out foul play as 20-year-old student found dead on George Lane Hall. Police investigators are looking at all possibilities as they probe the death of 20-year-old Victoria Brown Hanley at the University of the West Indies Mona campus on Thursday. According to the police, Brown Hanley was alone in her room on the 4th floor of the George Lane Hall after her roommate left shortly after 1 a.m. When the roommate returned sometime after 6 a.m., she saw Brown Hanley lying face down with a scarf wrapped tightly around her neck. The roommate removed the scarf and summoned the campus security. A team from the Mona police post also responded, and it was subsequently confirmed that Brown Hanley of a Mandeville, Manchester address was dead. A team of detectives, including scenes of crime personnel, was quickly dispatched to the university campus, and Thursday afternoon, head of Jamaica Constabulary Area 4, Assistant Commissioner Michael Phipps, said that the investigators were taking statements and interviewing people. And of course, in a short while, we should be viewing CCTV footage that may have recorded something. We are at the very early stage of our investigation, and there is not much we can say at this time, except to say that at this time, we are treating this particular incident as a death investigation. As soon as we have more information, we should be in a position to classify this particular death, and of course, the necessary course of action will follow, said Phipps. He added that the police are awaiting a post-mortem report, which will be critical in determining the cause of death. We hope to have a very clear post-mortem done, added Phipps, who gave no credence to initial reports that this was another case of suicide. A pall of gloom covered much of the UWI Mona campus Thursday morning as news spread about the death of the student on a residential hall. Several students rushed to the scene, with administrators quick to offer them support. Deputy Principal of the Mona campus, Dr. Tomlin Paul, told the news that there was deep regret over her death. We regret that we have lost one of our students this morning. It is a very sad loss for us. We are currently with the police doing the investigations, said Paul. He added that the university has mobilized its support systems for students affected by the tragedy. The campus administration has come together and responded to support our students. Our principal, Denzel Williams, met with the students on the hall along with our senior administration. He also met with parents of the person that we have lost, and we are conducting counseling. Our counseling team is out in full. Our chaplaincy team is out, and we are providing the support as needed to the campus community, particularly our students. We do regret their loss, and we express our condolence to the family of the student at this time, declared Paul. In the meantime, campus registrar Dr. Donovan Stanbury was quicker to underscore the administration's commitment to its student body. As evidenced by the turnout by the campus administration, we value our students. They are the reason why we exist as a university, said Stanbury as he pointed to the somber mood among students. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.